All right, so here's our next kind of bit that we have to do. We want to resize these holes here. One artifact of the 3D metal printing process is there's some shrinkage to the part. I machined the idea of this to fit that linear shaft the way I wanted it to fit, but now we got to size these holes. These were around 1/8 of an inch, or they were modeled as 1/8 of an inch, but they came in at I think this is 1/14, this pin. So we need to open those holes up in right there and in here. Now, we could probably clamp this in the vise, but I think, I've done a little bit of filing on that and whatnot, and I don't know how parallel those sides are anymore. And so let's put a little, in fact, I can already tell. Okay, so it's grabbing here, but this is, that was a taper at best, right? And so that's kind of suboptimal. I suppose I could block it up a little bit or something to keep it from moving, but I think there's some curvature to this side too. So I think I'm gonna go to the Old Faithful here and go to the use the mini pallet system to hold this, and we'll start by putting that in the so that what we care about is that axis there, so that's what I want to be straight. So we're going to start like that and get the mini pallet going and clamp this thing down. All right. So roll our hole. So we're just going to set that down on there like so. And what we want to do, I think, that's what I think anyway, is clamp it down close to the hole, like that. So I can come up against the pin and then back off just a little bit. So I'm holding it right, let's see, what do I want to do there? I guess I want it kind of straight. We'll have to pick up that second hole. All right. So this little system, and I've shown this many times on the channel, it's really kind of handy for these really kind of weird kind of holding challenges. I'm blocking the view there, trying to get that level. And once again, I can come up against the pin, so I know I'm pushing right down next to the pin. Okay, and then we'll kind of tighten these up evenly, like so, and then we'll do. Oh yeah, that feels pretty good. So I think I want, since we're holding down close to the kind of center of rotation there, I want to put something over here, but we got some air underneath there, so we got to be a little bit careful. So let's we'll probably stick a little wedge under there and then clamp down on top of that, and just so we have something that's a little distance from the center to keep it from rotating. Okay, so this is actually kind of fun. If you have, you know what? I think I want a little closer there. There we go. That work? How about that one? That one. There we go. Now we're talking. So, like I said, there's a little. I'm just going to run this down until. Okay, we're almost touching there. And then I got a wedge that tapers to basically to nothing here. So I'm going to stuff that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? So I don't want to bend that down or push it up or do anything weird to it, right? And induce a force. So what I'll do, I'll put an indicator under here, and then I'll snug these clamps down and keep my eye on the indicator. to make sure that it's not doing anything I don't want it to do. So I'm just gonna stuff that under there like that and touch the let's see, I gotta get out of the way of the something like that. There we go. All right. So now I can push this under there and I can watch the indicator. I must have this pretty close then. That's pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to preload it a little bit. Loosen that. I'm going to stick that under there. What's going on here? Is this touching? Yeah. Oh, wow. So yeah, beware. That was right on the, actually I could probably, let's do that. Let's go up here. That'd be a little bit better maybe. Yeah, I like that better. Basically, I'm not looking for a measurement, I'm just looking for movement, right? So when I stuff this under there, the indicator's moving, right? So I'll preload it a little bit, okay? And then I'll make my, my nulling adjustment with the clamp to get just the tension I want. A little too much. There we go. So that's firm now. And then I just drive this back to 0. Okay. So this is sitting in its null position now. Okay. And it's pretty happy. And I got, reasonable clamping force on that, and there's no space underneath. So let's double check our business here. Beautiful. Okay. So now we'll just do, we're gonna ream one side for clearance and one side for a light press on that pin. So I just got to remember to not go all the way through. This material is actually is pretty hard. Let's see, that's the 114 pin. What I want to do is check it now with the a 125. That's really what I want to end up with there. Oh, you know what? Because this material is so hard, I might luck out here. So it's tight on this 125 pin, but not so tight that I can't put it together. And then the dowel pin is a little bit over. You know what? I'm just gonna go through with this. I was looking for a couple tenths under reamer, and I don't have one. So I ground one up on the decal, but I think I think I like this better. I'm gonna go through with this reamer and just go with the slightly oversized dowel pin and Bob's your uncle. So let's do that. So I'm not gonna get carried away trying to spark that reamer out in there. And oh yeah, I think that's gonna be just what I want. Okay. Okay. Sweet. All right, now we gotta get lined up on that hole, which might be mildly interesting, and do the same thing there. Okay. All right, let's call that good. So I got this pin in there. It's pretty tight actually, so it doesn't wiggle. All right. I think we're safe to go for the gold here. So this material is pretty hard. Okay. Ta-da. Cool. All right, I think that's it on this. All right, we're gonna press this pin in now. Use this little assembly press. So what I've done is I've just inserted a pin in here to line all the elements up and leaving me a little space to get the actual pin started. So let's see this one here. This is a little press that I picked up. It's kind of cool. And it's got a bunch of different kind of nose pieces and things that go on here to for just this kind of thing here. It's got a little ball detent up in here, so I can stuff that in there and it'll stay. And then everything's all lined up nice. And where'd my pin go? There it is. Okay. So let's get that up in there. So that kind of gets me started. And I don't think this matters. Get things lined up. Like so. So it's just going to push the other pin out as it goes in, but everything kind of stays lined up. Oh yeah, this is just the fit I wanted. Oops. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to go just a tiny bit more. It's hard to. Yeah, it's hard to move it a teeny tiny bit. Let's see. Okay, I think I went that time. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. See, nice and free, right? Nice and free, but no perceptible play. That's exactly what I wanted. So, there we go. Thanks, Bob. Bob Tiemann. I got that from Bob Tiemann.